From the Daily Mail. My fiance wants me to sign a prenup that says I won't stop sleeping with him after we're married, but it makes me feel like I'm a sex slave. I don't understand this. How exactly is him asking you to do what you're pretty much already agreeing to when you get married? Basically, this is like an extra contract to ensure that you meet the stipulations of the original contract. Wow. What a great time we're living in where contracts don't mean anything, and you have to get people to sign a second contract to make sure that they adhere to what they agreed to in the first contract. Well, no, getting married doesn't mean that he gets to have sex with me whenever he wants. Yeah, it does. Why do you think he's getting married? And why are you using sex to lure him in, to trap him, to get him to marry you, if you don't think that that's part of the arrangement, right? Yeah. Anyway, that's just great, isn't it? You can sign a contract that says I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, but not do it. Oh, well, just because I'm married. People, I don't get this. What does marriage mean? So they've changed the meaning of marriage now? Now it's just like you glorified roommates. Now marriage is just two people getting together to, lighten the load, essentially, and make survival easier, and there's nothing else implied. There's nothing else involved. You're free to do whatever you want. Contracts, be damned. That's lovely. Yeah, so a prenuptial agreement. By the way, isn't the sad state of affairs that you actually have to, you feel like you need to get a woman to sign a contract to have sex with you within the bounds of marriage? That's so sad. Jeez. I think that says a lot about how she feels about him. I don't think you need to get married, pal. You don't need to be marrying this broad. If you feel you need to sign a contract to ensure that she's going to keep having sex with you, then I think something more deep down inside you, you know that she's not really attracted to you. Because if she was into you, if she was attracted to you, if she really liked you and wanted you, you wouldn't need her to sign anything, and you would know it. But you don't know it. Yeah, listen to your instincts, pal. Get out. A prenuptial agreement is not uncommon in modern marriages. Yeah, but even those don't protect you. They're oftentimes thrown out by feminist judges, right? But one man's very unusual stipulation in his marital agreement has left people up in arms. I don't even know how you can enforce that, right? Even if it's in a prenup, I can't see any judge out there enforcing that. They're all a bunch of effinists, right? How dare you require your wife to fulfill her duties as a wife. You're so evil wanting what you are biologically predetermined to want. Meanwhile, it's perfectly okay for women to biologically, be attracted to and have preferences. Their predeterminations are okay. The bizarre prenup, why is it bizarre? See how they frame it? It's bizarre, is it? I think what's bizarre is that he feels the need to do this to hold her to task. I think that's what's bizarre. The contracts don't mean anything anymore, at least when there's a woman involved. Yeah, they don't hold her to task, but that's not bizarre. Note was revealed by the man's enraged fiance, who expressed her horror at her husband's demand in a recent post on Reddit's Am I the A-hole thread. And I'm sure a whole bunch of women came to her defense, and simpy white knight dudes as well, and told him he's the a-hole. She explained that, in addition to financial terms, her partner wanted to add a clause to their prenup in which she would be forced to guarantee having sex with him a certain number of times every single week. I don't even know if that's enforceable. I really don't. In today's day and age, gynocentric society, she explained that, oh, wow, okay. I mean, that's nuts. I honestly can't believe I'm asking this, but my boyfriend has gotten so... mad that I'm feeling a little crazy now. The 34-year-old woman. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. 34-year-old broad. She ain't having no kids. What? Why is this guy? This guy's got to be a simp, right? He's got to be like either a beta male, low earner, sees her as a catch, or he's a relatively high earner, but he's got extremely low self-esteem, and she's relatively attractive for her age, so, again, he sees her as some kind of catch, and he's just a nice guy that she's settling for because Chad and Tyrone don't want her, okay? And he knows deep down that she doesn't really want him, hence he feels the need to get her to sign a prenup guaranteeing sex every week. All right, continue. 34-year-old woman wrote, before sharing further details about why her fiance was so determined to add the prenup requirement. Because you're not really attracted to him and you're just settling, and he knows it somewhere deep down. Obviously not that deep down. She shared that before they were dating, her fiance, also 34, had a terrible marriage that ended in a dead bedroom. Ah, I see. Well, again, the guy's a simp. What kind of man would allow that to happen? Again, he probably was in the same situation then. He married a woman that saw him as somebody she was settling for, and he's just continuing the same trend in his life. He learned nothing. Yeah, he's determined to never go back to that life again, she wrote. Oh, a man holding another woman accountable for his past bad experiences with women. Because women have never done that. Oh, she wrote, understood. I think that sucked for him to experience. Yeah. While she took no issue. By the way, if it's not a problem, just sign it. I don't get it. See, this is a red flag, dude. If she's got a problem with this, you need to run. Why would she have an issue with having sex with you on a regular basis, or guaranteeing that she will have sex with you on a regular basis if she's actually into you? Translation of her having an issue with this, she's not into you. Okay? She's not into you. She's baiting and switching you, pal. While she took no issue with his concerns, obviously she does. Otherwise, she wouldn't be posting. It was what he wanted to add to their already existing prenup next that shocked her. Why? Right, because he's not the guy you're into. And if this was a guy that you were actually into, he would know it, and he wouldn't feel a need to add that. He wants a prenup, and he wants to literally write in the prenup that we will have sex X amount of times a week, or else I get absolutely nothing in the divorce. Yeah, he's already planning ahead. He already sees divorce in the future, possibly, so why would you marry her in the first place? I had already agreed to a 50-50 prenup of marital assets. I wouldn't even agree to that. And we keep what we came into the marriage with. I would agree to that. That's fair. The unnamed woman detail. Now, that's not enough for him. Yeah, he wants me to prove that I won't stop having sex with him in the future. I don't have a problem with that. Again, why is that an issue? Oh, she wants to be able to lord it over him in the future. Like all women, she wants to have the option to be able to use sex against him as a weapon to get what she wants. It's a tool for manipulation. She doesn't want to lose that tool from her manipulation toolbox. I see. I tell him I can't prove the future. Sure you can. Sign the prenup. And putting something in writing doesn't prove that. Sure it absolutely does. Actually. It proves that you're willing to do what you agreed to when you said I do for the marriage. It used to be understood that women had wifely duties that, were attached to being a wife. And that was part of her job as a wife. Oh, but no, not anymore. I'm a woman. I've been freed from all of those oppressive gender roles. Yeah. Gee, you're going to free him from the role of provider? And the good salary he probably makes, which is why you're with him. Probably the only reason you're with him. And he knows that. Oh, if he doesn't provide, you'll dump him and he'll have to pay through the nose. Oh, but that's okay. That's okay. That's expressly understood in society and the culture at large, and the law holds him to task, but it doesn't hold me to task, so we need a second contract to do that, and that's unfair. How dare he expect me to toe the same line he does? Yeah. Some equality, ladies. After expressing her apprehension with her fiancé, he accused her of having a guilty conscience. The woman said he responded to her saying, if she's so certain it won't happen, then what's the problem? He's right. 100% logical. Of course, you have all of the beta male orbiters and the, other broads coming to her defense. I'm not going to read those replies. They're cherry-picked. But to me, it makes me feel like a sex slave and not a love wife or partner. Gee, does he feel like an ox pulling a plow? Because the law holds him to task? And you win a lottery ticket and are rewarded for dumping him if he doesn't fulfill his part of the deal? In fact, it rewards you regardless of whether or not he actually fulfills his obligations. Yeah, it's so interesting to me that men are held to task and expected to perform the traditional manly duties, but women are not. Like if you hold a woman to task the way you hold a man to task, that's somehow evil and cruel and wrong. Anyhow, the story goes on to say, does he even have a lawyer? One user questioned. I would think any legal professional would tell him that such a stipulation is unprovable and in fact undermines the entire prenup. Yeah, the whole prenup would probably be thrown out. If she actually didn't fulfill her side of the bargain. I don't see how that could be enforced. He wants to have her contractually obliged to be raped repeatedly. That's total nonsense. That's not true. It's absolutely horrific. Agreed. No, that's total nonsense. Total nonsense. So ridiculous. What if he has COVID? I'll give it a rest. Does he still get laid? Yeah, it's called a mask. She could wear a mask. He could wear a mask. I don't know. Or what if you were in the hospital for several weeks? Does he still get S? Oh my God, these people. They're so perpetually enraged. He is not in a place to marry. Real relationships have illnesses, babies. This relationship ain't having no babies. Maybe he already had babies with the prior wife, in which case I don't know why he's marrying this one. Aging, parents walk away, this marriage is doomed. On that we agree. I absolutely 100% agree. It is doomed. Because he can't see reality. That's right, he can't see reality. Of course, the reality these people are talking about is the different reality. I see the reality. She's not into him. That's the reality. Others pointed out that the prenup also prevents her from leaving due to the financial burden. No, it doesn't. She can get a job. What do you mean she can't leave? What's she doing now? Does she live with him now? What was she doing before she met him? Sleeping in the gutter? We all know that ain't the case. Go out, look at the homeless out there now. It's all men. What are you talking about? She can't leave. What nonsense. Would anybody say that about a man? No! He must pull the plow. He has no choice. He's not only bullying her for S, but putting her into a position to believe that she can't distance herself or leave without losing her fair share of assets. What fair share? They'd still get to keep what they came into the marriage with. Oh, right, but any assets that were accrued during the marriage, which she would probably be the one paying for anyway, she wouldn't get a piece of. So what? It's his already anyway. Oh, wow, that's great. Lovely. Wow, what a story. Wow, these people have a problem with that. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, this marriage is doomed. Can't work. Prenups are a scam. Guys, don't marry a Western woman, okay? You think that we're winning? There's some idiots out there talking about how feminism is losing. Men are winning and gynocentrism is being defeated. They're telling you what they think you want to hear, okay? That's all. It's not true. We're losing ground ever more. Nobody's winning anything, at least not men. Women are getting constant W's, men are getting constant L's. You sign a prenup, she cheats, she wants out, you go to court, the judge will say, meh, did you sign this under duress, madam? And she'll be like, oh, yeah. Prenup out! You get everything! And full custody, because you have a poon. No, don't get married. Not to a Western woman, anyway. You want to have kids? Marry a broad under 30 and make sure she's from another country, and then go live in that country and make sure it's a traditional country where the man is running the show. But let me know what you think. Is this marriage doomed to failure? Should this guy marry her, or does he see the truth and he's just in a state of denial, but so he won't break it off, but he's not in such denial that subconsciously he's not trying to protect himself? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And let me know if you would get married to a Western woman with a prenup, even though they're tossed out all the time, and all she has to do is claim some kind of, ambiguous duress. I didn't have a lawyer when I signed it. I only had 2 months to read and review it. But when I signed it, I never consulted a lawyer, so, there was duress there. I didn't have full understanding of what I was signing. Prenup out! Leave your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to follow me on YouTube. I am the Bachelor Philosopher. Check out my BitChute and my Rumble pages as well. I am the Realist Philosopher on those platforms. Hit that notification bell. And don't forget to check out my Patreon, yo! I post my live streams, my podcasts there edited. So you can listen to them when you go to work, while you're mowing the lawn. So the sound is equalized, everything's edited. It's just like a very entertaining radio show, but with no adverts. So consider contributing to my Patreon. It's a per piece, and you can cap that. So you donate $1, I make 4 pieces that month. Hey, you donated $4. Or leave a super chat, whatever. Anyhow, I am the Bachelor Philosopher, also known as the Realist Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.